Alright guys, what is up? This is Brandon with Brandon Coin, and this is your newbie or noob's guide to Simple Miner OS, or SMOS as a lot of people call it. I'm just going to roll through what you exactly need in the beginning, and this is really basic and it can be expanded upon later, but I'm just going to try to bang this video out as fast as possible. So the first thing you're going to need is a USB drive or USB flash drive. I suggest a 16 gigabyte flash drive because I've tried and I had an 8 gigabyte one and it would not flash correctly. So after you have that, then you're going to need a mining rig. If you need to know how to build a mining rig, there's a bunch of people that have built one, so just search on YouTube and you'll find one. After you have a mining rig, that mining rig cannot be on Wi-Fi because SMOS only works over a LAN connection, wired Ethernet, Cat5, Cat6, has to be wired. Once you get those things set up, so you have a wire running to it, you got your mining rig up and running, like say if you've installed it on Windows and used it on Windows, you're going to go ahead and unplug that hard drive. You don't need a hard drive, you just need your flash stick. And then you're going to go over to SMOS's website, which is simplemining.net. You go to simplemining.net, it's not going to look like this because I'm logged in currently. Let me log out. This is what it's going to look like. It's like, what is SMOS, price, requirements, all that stuff. First thing you need to know right out of the gate is what kind of graphics cards you're running. You're running R, RX, or NVIDIA cards. They made it really simple now, so if you're running any of the RX or NVIDIA cards, you can't run them together. They have to be separate. So, for example, if you have a rig and it's got RX 560s or 570s or 580s in it, then you download this image. But if you also are running a rig that's got all GTX, like 1060s, 1070s, etc., then you run this image also. Don't mix and match to cards. So don't put 1060s or 1070s with RX 560s or RX 570s regardless. And then if you have some of the older cards, the R series, R200s, or HDs, then that's the image you get. So you go ahead, you'll click on that image to download it. Boom. For example, I'll just do that, but I'm going to cancel it. But that goes in your downloads folder. Then the next thing you're going to need, go over here to installation, look down, etcher.io. So let's open that in a new tab. You're going to download that. Once you download this software, you make sure it's for the right, whatever you're using. You install that, and then what it looks like is here. Boom. Boom. Faster. My computer's too slow. Very slow computer. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is etcher.io. Select image. That's going to be the one you just downloaded from Simple Miner. So you go into your downloads section, look for the Simple Miner, click it open. Boom, there's the image, and it's the RX NV image. So let's open that up. Then you need to find your device. So you're going to change that to whatever USB stick you're going to use. You can also use a SSD, but I think, definitely using a USB is cheaper. So I'm not going to flash my SD card for recording videos on my other camera, but this is just an example. So then you would hit continue, and then you would hit boom, flash, but I'm not going to do that. I already flashed mine, but I will show you what you do after you flash it. I already recorded this in a bit before, but I just drug it out too long and made the video too long. So let's flash over to previous Brandon in the past, right? Now. Go to, let's see here, my computer. After you go to my computer, you find your flash drive. Oh, it's extra HDD2. Yeah, so it's not, the size wise is not going to make sense, but what you got to do is go into there, then you go into your config, and then you need to use the email that you use to sign up for Simple Miner. So my email is brandoncoin. Alright, so welcome back to the future or the past. I don't know. It's gonna technically it's all the past because after you watch this it's already done. Anyway, so you've put your email address in that you use to sign up on Simple Mining. I forgot to tell you that in the beginning. You do have to register. So you're gonna click on register right here. Boom, you need email, password, repeat password. I'm not a robot because we ain't robots here. And then after you register, you go to log in. But that email, my Brandon Coin email, is the one I put in for mine, and vice versa. But you'll put that email in that little config file, and you save that. Then you go, boom, plug that USB in your mining rig. Make sure the rig's off, and you have no SSD or no hard drive plugged into it. Some will require you to set them to boot to USB. All the ones I've been using, which are the motherboard, are the H110D3A. I'll put the link down in the description for that motherboard that I'm running. They have not required me to actually change that. I just plug it in, turn the system on, make sure there's no SSD or hard drive, and it boots right up into Simple Miner. Then once you're booted into Simple Miner and you have all your graphics cards already set up and everything, you don't even have to plug a monitor into it. 9 times out of 10, you'll be good to go. You just need to log in to your actual account. And the way you log into this is on a remote computer somewhere else. So when you log in, then you'll be greeted with a screen like this, but you won't see these three things right here. You'll only see one, and you'll see it'll just be like no name, group default. It'll have no notes. Status should be on 0. The 0 is the number of times it's restarted. A lot of restarts is bad. That means it keeps crashing. Phone, you need to stop ringing. And then you can look at the console right here. It should be like doing some updating and stuff. Don't freak out if it doesn't pop up here right away, because when you first plug in that USB drive, it's running on an older version of Simple Miner, so it does take, depending on your internet speed, 5 to 10 minutes to get fully updated. If you're freaking out and it still doesn't pop up after 10 minutes, you can go plug a monitor into your main, whatever graphics card you have in your main slot, or the one, if you have it set to the internal graphics, plug it into there, and then you can actually see your console from that system. But normally, just go get you a drink, get you a snack, come back, it'll be up and ready to go. It's always when I think like, oh, something's wrong, then I go check it upstairs and it's like just finished updating. So have faith. Simple Miner is really good software so far. Like I've had no issues with it. All the issues I've had have been my fault. So it's kind of, just kind of funny. But now let's see here. What you're going to want to do first is, after your system has popped up right here and it's on default group, just leave it alone. You're going to want to go over to rig groups. This is actually where you set up to mine things. For an example, I'm going to show you how to do an NVIDIA, or actually I'm going to show you how to do Ethermine. So you're going to need a Ethereum wallet address. Then once you get your Ethereum wallet address, you go over here to Ethermine, and I'll actually just give you the code that I'm using. Let's see here. We'll do it fresh. So you would go to add group. Let's see here. This is going to be YouTube test description for the tube. Then we're going to go down here to Ethereum, which is Dagger Hashimoto ETH right there. So you're going to click that. You want this to pop down below. That's originally got you set up to mine on Dwarf Pool. I don't like Dwarf Pool as much, but for right now, we'll go ahead and just add that group. And I need to get my code for my Ethermine. I will just make this super simple for y'all and copy and paste this down below. And then to edit one, let's see here, where is it? YouTube test. You go back here, Miner programs, click on the cog wheel. Right here, I'm going to paste this in there below, and then see this ewal right here, EWAL. It might be really small on the screen, but starting at the 0, going all the way down to that last one before you get to the dash, that is where your wallet address goes for Ethermine. So just for an example, this is my wallet address. I'm going to copy this wallet address, and let's go to ethermine.org. I love this because you don't have any kind of setup. You just post your address right in there, boom, hit enter. It'll bring you to your Ethereum mining page. This will start out basically all zeros. What you're going to want to do is post your wallet address there, open up Ethermine, go ahead and search your address, get that open. Then go down here, you save it. Then you go to your rig list. You'll have your one rig, whatever it is, right here. Since we're mining Ethereum, all the graphics cards do have to be 3 gigabytes or more of VRAM. Just to let y'all know, you can't be running no 2 gig or 1 gig cards on Ethereum. The DAG file's too high. But you then, to change your group or assign the group, you just click the check mark, assign group, then you pick the group. So YouTube test would be our group. Then you would click save and just have it on reload. You don't have to reboot it every time. just reload's fine. I've never actually had to use the reboot option. Once you hit save and reload, I'm not going to do it because mine's already set up on the group that I want it to be on. Then you come over here to console, and all this will like redo itself, and it'll load up everything. And right here, or actually let's see here, here is where I'm mining on Ethereum, and I'm mining on Ethermine, and this is what it's going to look like. You're going to get a readout in your GPU 0, and it's going to tell you the mega hash you're getting, and then GPU 1, and then the mega hash you're getting for that. And then it'll be like new job, and then total speed, just information, boom, 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 boom. If you're running into any issues of like dropped or disconnected connection, because I ran into this when I first started using SMOS, I had to go in and reset all the settings on my router. I don't know what was going on with my router. I'd had my router for a long time, wireless router, mind you. You can't run wired though, or you can't run wireless. It has to be wired. But I pressed the little tiny hole in the back of the router, reset all the settings, and then I logged back into my router, put me a new password in, and from then on, everything worked flawlessly. So I don't know what was going on. It might have been just me. Y'all might not have that problem. Hopefully not, because I was diagnosing and running through scenarios forever. I never thought it would have been just my router, but there was something going on my router that needed to be reset. So after that, it connected up and it was good to go. And once you start seeing your speed right here, you can go over to your balances and you can just watch this just start cooking. And this is not a live feed, so if you notice it's 2391, you'll have to refresh it and see 2393. So you just refresh it, and then you can see over time your rates and what you're doing, what you're making, that kind of thing. So yeah, that code, like I was talking about before, for the mining rig groups, I will post that down below in the description. Please make sure to change it. Don't leave my wallet address in there. Okay, guys? Because then you'll start mining to my account, and that's not what I want. I want to help y'all mine to your account. If you need help setting up a wallet address, there's tons of places you can do that. Coinbase. I'm actually using the Exodus wallet. I'll post a couple links down below. I think I still have a Coinbase referral link, so if you go down below and buy Bitcoin, it can give me and you $10. But honestly, don't even worry about that. You can just get it and use it for the Ethereum wallet that it sets up for you. So, but do mind that Coinbase does actually report to the IRS. So I think it's like $20,000 or something. They will 1099 you. So if you see like if they see a bunch of money coming in, of course, I mean, I'm still small time. So that's a whole nother topic that I'll talk about later. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions, I don't think I missed anything. This was super basic rundown. I'll go into overclocking and some other stuff later. This is just basically getting your system up and running as quick and easy and fast as possible. And what's awesome about this is you can go to that simplemining.net, and I can log in on my cell phone. I personally have an iPhone, so I don't know if it works on Android or not, but I go to the website, I log in, and then you can see your rig lists and actually see if everything's running smoothly, if you have a bunch of restarts going on. If you have a bunch of restarts, then that means your system's constantly crashing and you might need to work on your overclocks or anything like that. But over here in the actions, you have your console, overclocking, reload miner program, reboot rig, SRR, don't know what that is, and then delete. So basically the one that you're going to be using the most is the console and the overclocking. That's it, guys. So I mean, you should have your Simple Miner should already be running. What are you waiting on? Now this is not telling you that you will make the most money on Simple Miner. Just letting you know, this is just how to get it set up and running. I'm not running Simple Miner on everything. I'm still running NiceHash on one of my systems, and then I'm playing around with another software, Better Hash, on my main computer. Just kind of, just checking. And that's the one thing that I want to tell a lot of people about, because everybody was like, oh my god, you're loyal to NiceHash. Well, I was loyal to NiceHash while it was making good money. But now that I've learned the ways of SMOS, and I honestly want to try Hive OS next, just to do a comparison of the ease of use and the usability of it. Because basically when you're running a Linux with a Linux software with like DSTM miner or ETH miner, they're all pretty much should function about the same. It's the one-click miners like NiceHash, WinMiner, MinerGate. Those are the ones that are going to have a lot of GUI and a lot of upfront to where they can skim off the top. So those are the ones I want to do more like kind of not exposing video, but just let y'all know about it. So if you like this quick, dirty, easy newbie guide, just let me know. Comment down below. I love reading comments. I try to reply back as fast as possible. Sometimes that's like never. So if you want to join the Discord, link in the description for that. Once you jump over to Discord, there's tons of people in there that have a lot more knowledge than me. So if you're having any kind of like issues or anything, just ask them, and I'm sure somebody would be able to help you. So thank you guys for watching. This is Brandon with Brandon Coin, and I'll see you later on tonight when I do the daily mining hash and pay rates video. So adios.